is time for our daily affirmation, inspiration, and mindful journaling prompt. And if you want to do more of the work that we're doing here, you can always join me in the mindful life with other members who are looking for the same kind of intentional living that you are. And today, I'm reading from my book, Inner Affirmation Inspirations, and we're on 165. Rest and downtime are necessary and okay. You are a hardworking and driven individual, constantly striving to achieve your goals and make progress to your life. However, it is important to remember that rest and downtime are just as important as hard work. Taking a break and allowing yourself to recharge is not a sign of weakness, but rather a necessary part of the journey towards success. When you take the time to rest, you allow your mind and your body to reconnect, which in turn helps you to perform better when you return to your work. The next time you feel guilty for taking a day off or taking a few moments to remind yourself that rest is not a luxury but a necessity, remember to embrace that downtime and enjoy that moment and know that you are taking care of yourself in the best way possible. Now, when I wrote this affirmation for myself, that's after decades and decades of feeling like I always had to be working, always had to be excelling at whatever I was doing. And if that meant I needed to take classes or I just needed to work harder on something, then I would do it. And it's really hard for me to turn off my brain and not think about work. Even in those moments when I would take some time off or take a day off or do something, the things that I knew I needed to do or tasks related to work were always in the back of my mind, always there. I mean, how many of you can relate to that? Work is consuming you. I was living to work, not working to live. And you could also say that there needs to be a balance there, right? That our work needs to be purposeful and inspiring. Yet, if it just consumes us, then there's no balance. And I knew I needed balance. And for years, I went to retreats and workshops trying to find balance. I tried meditating for years. I was such a failure at it. No, never worked. And then in a moment, it did. I don't know what clicked in my head, but it did. But I had to listen to guided meditations to get me to switch off. And when I would go for a walk, I might be listening to music or whatever, but I would still be thinking about what I needed to do. And so, walking meditation is what I listen to now when I go for a walk because it focuses me or brings me back to the moment because my brain will still go do over here thinking about work and what I need to do when I get back from my walk. I'm like, no, stop. You need to stop. It's okay to rest. It's important to do that. It's important to turn your brain off for a moment. So if that is a struggle for you, and I know it is for a lot of people, because we're told that if we work hard, we will achieve. And if we get a little bit of achievement by working hard, then we want to work even harder and achieve more. And there needs to be a balance. They call it a work-life balance. Imagine that. So understand that find ways that work for you in order to take a moment for yourself so that you can go out and do more and better when you come back fully to work. Because if you're fully disconnected from work, then you're taking care of yourself. And again, if you are one of these people, because I am one of these people, always have been, join me and the others in the mindful life. And we do this stuff every day, all the time. And even if it takes 5 minutes, that's what we do. All right, your mindful journaling prompt for today is, what are some activities that help me feel rejuvenated and rested? So find the things that work for you. Again, it doesn't have to be like a week vacation. I can't remember the last time I took a week vacation. A day or two, sure. But we're not talking about vacation. We're talking about moments in our day. Moments in our day. So if that moment is a walk, listening to a walking meditation, or perhaps a few minutes of stretching in the morning, that's just for you. I don't know what it is, but journal about that. And let me know in the comments what it is that you do to rest and rejuvenate and disconnect from work, to take care of yourself so you can be even bigger and better and more of a badass when you come back to work. Have a lovely day.